Hi, I'm Ed McGinty. I'm the founder of Lazy Dog Dog Beds. This video is to give you assembly instructions of your bed. If it's been shipped to you via mail, it's probably going to come to you looking like this. What I do is I take the bed apart, I put it into a plastic bag, and then I vacuum all the air out of it. So looks a little weird, but never fear. It's going to look like it did on the website. Okay, so to start off, you just want to take the plastic bag off. You want to be careful if you're using scissors or anything like that not to cut the material. You just open up the bag, and then you see that it starts inflating back to its normal size. And now we'll go over the parts that come with it. Okay, so you have the outer ring, which has these tie straps with it, so you tie it together so it forms a circle. And once you tie this together, there's really no reason to take it apart. This is just easier for shipping and then filling the bed with the padding. The other piece you have is the outer cover, which you can see here. It's just basically a bag, and you have a flexible rod, which is used to hold the whole thing together, which I'll explain later. It also comes with this coupling that holds the flexible rod together, which I'll show you later. You have your center bed cover, which will go over like that. If you bought one of the leather beds, it most likely came with an upholstery cover, which will be on top of that. And then you have the center bed pillow. Okay, so those are the parts it should have come with. One thing, if you bought one of the larger beds, it might have come with 2 flexible rods and 2 couplings. If that's the case, it's because these flexible rods only come in 8-foot lengths. So what you'd have to do is put the coupling on one end, put the second rod into the other end of the coupling, and then you'd attach it down the bottom so you'd have a big circle. Okay, so what we're going to start, so step 1 is to get the outer ring into one piece. Alright, so how we're going to do that is we're going to just tie these together. Now, one thing you want to be careful of, you don't want to have it all twisted up when you tie it together. So you can see these 2 seams here, right? The seam that goes all the way around. You just line that up, and then you take the ties, you tie them together. I suggest doing it in a bow tie like you would your shoes, so it's easy to take apart, right? And then you just tie all 4 together, and that'll be it. Okay, you see we got it all tied together. What we're going to do now is we're going to put the outer cushion inside the outer cushion cover. Now you can see on the bottom here that there's a bottom piece, right? You can see the seam right here. Now on the inside, it has, you can see the seam from the inside right here. And what you want to do is when you put the outer cushion into the cover, the outer cover, you want to make sure that this seam is lined up with the bottom of the cushion, right? So you can see it on the other side. You want to make sure that this lies nice and flat on the floor. So you just pull it in like this, and then you can see down here it's laying nice and flat. Okay. Then you take the center pillow cushion, tuck it inside the outer cushion. Okay, now we have to put everything together, and now you can see on the top of the outer cover it has these loops. Okay, it's got this one, there's a total of 8 loops. And then you can see on the center pillow cover it also has loops, 8 loops. And then the upholstery cover has the same thing. So what we got to do is we're going to loop, we're going to snake this flexible rod through the loops, and then once we do that, we're going to tuck it underneath the outer cushion, and that holds everything together. So snake the flexible rod through the loop on the outer cover, and then through the inner cover, and then through the upholstery cover. Right, so you can see that order of how you do it. It can be any order, just as long as it's all in the same order for all 8 loops that you go through. All right, so you see that I snaked the flexible rod through, and now all we have to do is tuck the flexible rod underneath the outer cushion from in between the center cushion and the outer cushion. So how we do that is we just start tucking it under, and then you want to make sure that the outer cushion is pushed up so it's making a nice little circle in here. And you want to be sure that when you start tucking it under that you don't have it twisted, right? You want to just have it up like this and then push it underneath. And as you're going along, you want to make sure that the flexible rod is tucked all the way underneath, or else it's going to be hard to get this final end in. Alright, so then you just go around, tuck the outer cushion in. There you go. That's your bed.